The night shimmered with that unmistakable energy only a Saturday party carries. Music humming softly through the speakers, glasses clinking, laughter mingling with the scent of wine and perfume. My wife, Danielle, had planned it all. Hosting was her thing. She loved being the center of attention, the woman everyone admired, the one who could charm a room with ease. I'd always been proud of that part of her, until that night, when her version of fun turned into something cruel, something I couldn't overlook anymore. I got there a little late, still in my work shirt, sleeves rolled up just as a wave of laughter rolled through the house. Danielle stood by the kitchen island surrounded by friends, and beside her was Ethan, one of her closest friends. I'd met him a few times. The type of guy who mistakes arrogance for charisma, always saying too much too boldly. As I stepped inside, his voice carried above the music. "Oh, look, here's the man of the hour. Tell me, Danielle, how you even handle this guy? Must be exhausting, huh?" The group laughed, some nervously, others too loudly, but everyone could sense the edge behind his words. Danielle brushed her hair back and smirked. "He tries," she said, glancing my way. "But yeah, sometimes it's like raising a second kid." The laughter that followed hit harder than it should have. Every eye turned toward me, waiting for me to grin, to take the joke, to play the fool. But I didn't. I just looked at her, really looked, and felt something twist deep inside. I walked over calmly, took a drink from the counter, and said evenly, "You're right, Danielle. You are raising a kid. Except tonight, that kid's about to show you how adults handle disrespect." The laughter stopped cold. The air thickened. Ethan straightened, his grin fading. "Whoa, man, it was just a joke," he said quickly. I tilted my head, smiled faintly. So was mine. The difference is mine actually lands. A few nervous chuckles slipped out, but most people just froze. Danielle's smirk vanished, replaced by anger. "You're overreacting," she snapped. "Apologize to him right now, or we're done." That word, done, hit like a slap. She said it so easily, like ending our marriage was nothing more than another line in her comedy routine. I stared at her for a long, quiet moment, then set my drink down and said evenly, "Okay?" She frowned. "Okay, what?" I met her eyes. "Okay, we're done." The room went dead silent. Ethan shifted uncomfortably. "Come on, man. It was just a joke," he muttered. I turned to him, my voice like ice. A real man doesn't hide behind jokes when he disrespects another man's wife. But then again, I guess you wouldn't know about that. Color drained from his face. He looked away. Danielle's eyes filled with tears, her confidence unraveling in front of everyone. "You're embarrassing me," she whispered. I gave a faint smile. "No, Danielle, you did that all on your own." And then I walked out, no yelling, no scene. Just left. I could feel every gaze following me. Pity from some, shock from others. I didn't care. Driving home alone, the silence in that car felt heavier than any argument we'd ever had. But for the first time, I didn't feel angry. I felt free. She hadn't just crossed a line with Ethan's joke. She crossed it by demanding I bow to it. Something inside me switched off completely that night. An hour later, she came home. The party had fizzled without her laughter holding it together. She stood in the doorway, heels in her hand, mascara streaking down her face. "You can't just walk out like that," she said, voice trembling. I didn't look up from the document I was reading, our bank account summary. "Actually," I said quietly, "I can," and I already did. She froze, realizing this time I wasn't bluffing. "You don't mean this," she whispered. I looked up and said, "You told me to apologize or we were done. You made that choice for both of us." Her legs gave out and she sank to the floor, sobbing. "It was stupid. I didn't mean it. Please. I just wanted to make people laugh." Her voice broke on that last word. I stood, walked over, and crouched down in front of her. "You wanted to make me look small in front of them," I said softly. "You wanted to see how far you could push before I broke. Well, now you know." She reached for my hand, but I pulled back. "Ethan didn't humiliate me, Danielle. You did, and now you get to live with what that means." Her shoulders shook as I walked away. I packed a bag that night, only what I needed. The next morning, I sent her one message. You want it done. Now, you know what it really feels like. By evening, her calls shifted, from anger to pleading to regret. But I didn't answer. For once, I let silence speak for me, the same silence that filled the room when her joke died and her pride collapsed with it. She wanted to prove she held the power that night, that she could make me small in front of everyone. Instead, she learned what it feels like when the man she thought would never walk away finally does.